Hi guys, we're playing Hearthstone again, and today we're looking at a new deck that I've been working on for a couple of days now. It's called F2Priest. It's a free-to-play priest deck, which you can play as soon as you get to level 10 with a priest, and you've unlocked all the basic common cards. Then you will be able to play this deck. It's really quite simple. It's got big, decent minions that you can keep around and help survive with the priest ability of healing. And it's a general controlling the board and eventually winning over time. And it's a very basic deck. And I'm going to slowly go through all the cards, explain why they're in there, why they help you play, and how they're going to help this deck as well. So I'll start with the two essential priest cards, which I think should be in almost every deck, which is Shadow Word Pain and Shadow Word Death. Obviously, Shadow Word Pain, destroy a minion with 3 or less attack. Shadow Word Death, destroy a minion with 5 or more. Obviously annoying when you come across those 4 attack minions, but those things happen and there are other ways you can deal with them. Shadow Word Pain and Shadow Word Death are good because there's no lost damage when you attack something. If something has more than 5 attack, it's just 1 card, 1 kill. You're not doing more damage than you should. Say something's got 3 health and you're doing 4 damage to it. That's a bit of overkill. And it's nice to be as exact as possible, and you can get that with Shadow Word Pain and Shadow Word Death. Another basic priest card is the Mind Control. I think that's pretty essential for a basic deck, for a nice late control. I've had instances where I just use one after the other and the opponent just gives up. They'll put out a big card to thwart the Mind Control, you take it, and then they put down the even bigger card like a Ysera or a Ragnaros, and you just use your other Mind Control and take it. And then let's start from the bottom now. So Holy Smite, deal 2 damage, very good, very versatile spell. It can take out of 3/2s on turn 2, or with turn 3 as well, in combination with a 2-cost minion is quite nice. And you can use it on the first turn if someone brings out something a bit different and they look like they've got a quick tempo going on. I put the Mind Visions in there because this is a basic deck. The Mind Vision gives a bit of versatility to it and makes it a bit interesting. You can, with the Mind Vision, you take a random card from your opponent's hand into your hand. And what that means is, if you draw it at the start, it's a good card to keep because your opponent might have a good hand, and then you can take some good early cost minions from them and then add a bit more versatility to your starting hand. Because that's where the difficulty lies with a priest deck, is the starting of the game. Which is why priest struggles against things like the Miracle Rogue, the Hunter Rush decks, things like that. So it can just help a little bit. If you get a rushy creature off them, then that's going to help stop them rush so much, and you can control the game a bit more. So it's a nice versatile card. Sometimes it's a bit pathetic, but there are times when I've stolen. I think I stole the Gladiator's Longbow from Hunter twice, so that was quite nice. There are instances where it can really help and sort of change the game up a bit. Powered Shield, great basic priest card, give 2 health, draw a card, which is fantastic for 1 mana. And because you're a priest, you can heal that extra 2 that they get when they go to attack something, and you can then heal them after that as well. So that's a good combination. Acidic Swampoos is a great basic card. If you're building a deck, a free-to-play deck, stick the Swampoos in, because you're going to come across, half the time you're going to come across a weapon-based character, and the other half you've got a 3/2 minion, which is not bad. I've got the Bloodfen Raptor in here. Actually, I'm half and half on that. I'll go through that in a minute. I'll show you now. If we go to the 2-cost minions, there aren't a lot of decent ones for priest, I don't think. These are the 8 you can get at the start. And I already have the 2 3/2s in the Acidic Swampoos. So you could put in the River Crocolisk, especially because if you get a 2/3, the River Crocolisk, and you're fighting against the Bloodfen Raptor, you can give it 2 health with the Powered Shield and then heal it on turn 3, and there's a lot of combinations you can do with that. So I think both are good. I don't think either is wrong. So either of those can fit in that slot there where the Bloodfen Raptor is. I'm not too keen on the others. Blood Bluger Warrior, I mean, I like things that have a bit of health and I can heal them. But I do like a 3/2 over a 2/3. That's my preferred option for a 2-drop card. The Ironfur Grizzly at 3. I think it's good. A 3 mana card with 3 attack and 3 health. That's good. And you're going to need some taunts because it's a basic card deck. We don't have any cards that can give other cards taunt. So if I did get I'll just put it on the expert set and show you. If I get, it's a 2-cost card, something like the Sunfury Protector, if you get that, I think that would be a good replacement for the Ironfur Grizzly. You could then put in a different 3 and then swap out the Bloodfen Raptors and put them there. Really good card to get, and the other one that gives taunt as well is very helpful. But let's go back to the basic set. Shadowstone Cleric, I think is a very good card. 3 attack, 2 health is fantastic for 3 mana, but the +1/+1 can help along with the hero ability of healing, and an extra 1 attack just to help out. Chill-Wind Jetty, big beastie 4 mana drop, 4 attack, 5 health, very good. There's not much more to say about the Chill-Wind Jetty. I think it should be in every basic deck. Then there's the Senjin Shieldmaster, very good taunt. 4 mana, 5 health, which is difficult to get through, which is why the Chill-Wind Jetty is so good. But it can be taken out by a Shadow Web Pain, which is annoying in one go. But again, you're going to need those taunts, especially as a priest, because we're trying to control the play. So we need to put those taunts up to stop our health going down, so that we can transition into a long game. Holy Nova, we have no other, as a basic priest, you have no other AoE dealing damage. So you have to have Holy Nova. That's got to be in there. The Gorobashi Berserker, I was a bit stuck on 5s. Just go to 5-cost cards in the basic deck. Have a look at the different options. A Darkscale Healer isn't a bad choice actually, with all the healing a priest can do. But most of the time I only have a couple of minions on board, because I'm trying to control everything that's happening, so I'm using a lot of mana to control the rest of the board. So I'm not putting a lot of minions on. So the Restorative Health is good, but it's not great. That's the same why the Frostwolf Warlord isn't great. Stormpike Commando is alright, but it's only got 2 health, so it could be taken out by a lot of spells, a lot of minions, a lot of everything. I don't like 3 damage to the hero, which is why I don't have Mind Blast in this deck. And I don't think the Booty Bear Bodyguard's got enough health for a taunt, so it has to be the Gorobashi Berserker, and it's not an Enrage, so if I do heal it back to full health, it will still have the +3 attack, and that'll keep going on and on. And you tend to find at the lower bracket that people panic a lot with the Gorobashi Berserker, trying to take it out as quickly as possible, so they might waste a couple of cards on it, which is nice. And then finish with the Boulderfist Ogre, which is just a big beefy minion. Same thing again with the Chill-Wind Jetty. It's a beefy minion which is 6 mana and it's got 7 health, and that 7 health is so tough to get through. So that's a very nice card as well, and that is basically the free-to-play priest. You could swap out a couple of the Boulderfist Ogres for some big legendaries later on, but there are a few things you can change around here. I do have a deck which is my ranked priest, which is sort of getting to the point where this is what I want to play in ranked. So if you want to see that, then just leave a comment and I can do a video on that. But I just want to show you a deck which you don't have to spend any money with this. You just get your priest level 10 and you have all the cards available in this deck. And it's very simple. All you're trying to do is you're trying to stop the other person having minions on the board, and as well as keeping yours on at the same time. So if you're thinking about attacking the hero, you probably shouldn't. It's probably best to attack the minion and then heal up that minion, rather than attack and bring another minion onto the board. We're trying to just stop all the possibilities of things like Unleash the Hounds, which brings out a load of 1/1 hounds comparable to what you have on the board. And so it just limits the damage done from AoE spells and things like that. And just play around with it, see how you get on with it. If the things you don't like, you can change simple changes, like the Bloodfen Raptor can be changed for the River Crocolisk. There aren't that many decent 3s in my opinion. Maybe there's Dalaran Mage if you're playing a mage, but not much else. I don't really like the Raid Leader because he's easily killed. Actually, the Razor Ven Hunter isn't a bad 3-drop. That's quite nice. That was about it for controlling Another good 4 is the Oasis Snapjaw for a priest because it's got 7 health, good to heal, and also the Gnomish Inventor, and you draw a card as well. The one thing this deck misses out on is drawing a card that much. You have the 2 with Powered Shield, but that's it. So you're going to have to be very exact with your cards and know exactly how you do and use your mana properly. But I think it's a good deck to learn the basics of Hearthstone if you want to give it a go. If you'd like me to do some videos of me actually playing with this, then I can show you how I play it and how it works. That might help. But I'll leave that there for now. And you can see on the right what is in the deck, and if you want to easily build it yourself. And I'll see you later.